only knew.
This is not going well. This video.
How many?
We've done more takes for this video than we have all of our past videos combined.
We just don't do sit-down videos very well.
No. Well, and we've covered this so many times now that I keep forgetting where I'm at in the bullet points. So I'm just rambling and lose my place. It's freaking terrible. So if I do that this time, we're freaking rolling with it. You're going to deal and you're going to be glad. Okay? You're going to be thankful. Freaking A. Okay. Why are we going with ICF and what is it? We've been getting that question a lot from you guys. And so we're going to do our best to explain that to you. We're probably going to screw it up, but we're not going to retake it because we're done with that. Okay, babe, what's ICF?
Insulated concrete forms.
Boom!
If I didn't know it before this video, I definitely know now.
Wow! It's almost like you've said that 700 times today. Holy cow, good job. Holy cow. All right, so what is ICF? It's insulated concrete forms. So, a traditional concrete wall, you put temporary forms in place. You pour your concrete in there. You remove the forms after the fact, and you're left with just a concrete wall. And then you have to do whatever you have to do to it to have your structure finished. With a basement, you don't really do much to it. You just waterproof the outside and put your dirt up against it, and boom. On the inside, though, you'd have to frame up against it and put your drywall and all that stuff. Well, with a first, above grade wall, you would have to put siding on the outside. You'd have to frame the inside. You'd have to put sheetrock on the inside. You'd have to insulate it. With ICF, all that is done in one go. That's one of the things that's so cool about ICF. So ICF is this. This is ICF. It's 2 layers of styrofoam. I'm trying not to cover Hannah's face. 2 layers of styrofoam, one on either side with this webbing in between that hold the 2 pieces together. It has these interlocking tabs on the top, okay? And these are Legos. It's literally giant Legos. It's pretty freaking awesome. And I love Legos still, so this is even more fun.
Big
giant child. I got a skid steer and Legos. Boom. Okay, so these are 16 inches tall. You can stack them as high as you want, as high as you need. And I believe this brand Fox blocks are 4 feet wide. So that is what ICF is. It's got this one really cool thing about why we're talking about what is ICF. These little tabs here, you can lay your rebar in there in each course so it holds your rebar in place. And also, if you look right here, that plastic rib goes into the styrofoam and it's almost near the surface, and it's 1.5 inches wide, just like a traditional stud. And it's marked on the exterior. You can see, kind of hard to see these lines right here. It says Fox. That's where your stud's at, so you know where you can screw to. And it's shockingly sturdy stuff, like shockingly. It's really weird how substantial this feels. So this is a 3-inch neck screw and a scrap of wood. I literally couldn't break it off if I wanted to. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, when you do your ICF, you are forming your concrete wall, you're insulating your concrete wall, and you're framing your wall all at the same time. So there's going to be a significant labor savings with this process. I've watched endless videos on how to do this, and pros will form up an entire basement in like 2 days and pour it in a few hours. It's really crazy. It's going to take us longer than that because we're not pros. Okay, so why ICF? Is that where we're at?
I think so.
I think that's where we're at. Pros and cons of ICF. Very DIY friendly, which we is very DIY, isn't we? We is.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry, my hillbilly just kicked in. No, that was on purpose, actually. We are very DIY. That's what this whole project is going to be. Us, pretty much. These 2 blocks locked together. Okay, that's almost an entire block right there, and I can just throw it around, pick it up, no problem. Hannah and the kids can pick them up, stack them, throw them, whatever they want to do. You can cut this with a little handsaw. If you need to make slight adjustments or modifications, you can drill holes in it, no problem. All that stuff is very easy to work with. So that's one huge pro. Another huge pro is, if I'm sure you guys probably noticed, this is incredibly thick. Okay, this is an 8-inch cavity. We're gonna go with 6, but this is what I've got, so this is what you get to see. It's a very thick wall. Well, that lends to an insane efficiency and insulation value. You've got 2 5/8 styrofoam on either side of your concrete wall. So the outside temperature has to penetrate through your styrofoam, then it has to change the temperature of your concrete, and then that temperature has to transfer through your interior layer of styrofoam, and that takes a freaking long time. So you're very insulated from the exterior temperatures. And so for instance, a conventional house is going to have somewhere in the range of like R15-ish, R value, insulation value. A 6-inch wall of this stuff is like R45. So you're like 3 times essentially the R value, which is awesome. It dampens your noise way down, which is kind of nice. That's not one of the major selling points for me. Hannah's freaked out. She thinks we're not going to be able to hear the kids getting eaten by a raccoon or something. But so the R value is huge. The longevity of the product is also huge. We're trying to think very long term with this project, and I don't want to be working on this house when I'm old. I do that every day right now on other people's houses, and I don't want to do it on my own. So we're not going to be dealing with wood rot. We're not going to be dealing with termites. It's very durable. You've got a giant concrete box, and that's pretty much going to stay that way. So we've got that going for us. Let's see.
You can pour it.
What's that?
You can pour it any time of the year. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
that's a pretty big pro, especially heading into winter like we are right now. Since this is insulated on both sides, you don't really have to worry about the temperature when you pour this stuff. So that's pretty cool. Trying to think, is there anything else that we're forgetting?
So you should tell them how you got these blocks.
Okay, so a little bit of backstory. Last Sunday, stepdad pulls in the driveway. He's like, "Hey, come check this out." Jump in the truck, go a couple miles away, pull up, and there's this house. Insert picture here of this. This house is up in the air like 8 feet. It's actually up in the air like 12 feet from the basement level, but exterior level, it's like, 5, 6, 8 feet. I don't know. I'm like, whoa, there's a house in the air. And then I notice there's a bunch of this underneath it. And I'm like, oh, they are
just down the road from us.
Just down the road. Nobody does this around here. I've never seen this in my entire life in this area. I know of one house that was done years ago. They're doing a Fox Blocks, which is the brand we intend to go with, ICF foundation under this old house. It's a Sears and Roebuck kit house from like the 30s. Check out these beams. That's like 3/4 inch or better. They jacked this house up and put all this cribbing in here. And now they're slapping in this basement. They're gonna put a big center main beam right here to support the house. But they had to cut the ICF out and then put that blocking in. That way the concrete doesn't fill that out. And then they can drop the beam in there when they're done. And so we contact the neighbor gets me in touch with the landowner puts me in touch with the contractor, call the contractor that Monday morning. I'm like, hey man, I'm getting ready to do an ICF build myself. I don't have any experience with it, and I would love to get in on this project and learn what I can. And he's like, dude, we're pouring this in an hour and a half. You could kind of tell he's like, well, it's not going to work because you aren't going to make it. I was like, I'm there. So I jet over there, and Jonas was super cool. I'm really thankful that he allowed me to jump in on this because I learned an insane amount, and I'm way more comfortable now doing this myself. Really not intimidated at all. I say that maybe on poor day I'll feel differently. But Jonas was the contractor. He allowed me to come down, hang out, help out a little bit. right, he's about to finish up right here. He's wrapping around the back of the house for the second level of pour. He's almost done. It looks like he's going to have enough concrete. No blowouts, so that's pretty awesome. And I think it sounds like this is being poured a little wetter than what Aaron does. He said he goes with I think a 4, I think is what he said, 4.5. So pretty cool that there's no blowouts. He said this Fox block is pretty strong stuff, so that is reassuring considering that's what we're planning on going with. And in addition to that, he told me, hey, there's going to be a guy down here filming with a drone. He's got like a YouTube channel. He's from Springfield. And when he said he's from Springfield and he had a YouTube channel, a little light went off, bing, in my head. Because Aaron of Cutting Edge Homes is a channel I've subscribed to for, I don't know, a couple, 3, 4, 5 months now. And he's an ICF pro, okay? I've watched a ton of his videos. And one of his videos is actually the video that really set me down the path of ICF and like changed my mind that, okay, this is what we're doing. It was his comparison video from a framed wall to ICF. So I got to hang out with Aaron. He was just downloading knowledge like crazy. That was super awesome. I figured out, you know, I got to learn the process. And so now that's where these came from. Got to go down there and grab some scraps. So we got a little bit of something for y'all to look at. But yeah, huge God thing. So I feel so fortunate. I mean, it was just crazy how it worked out. So yeah, that's ICF, guys. It's very cool stuff. Honestly, I don't know why every freaking house everywhere is not made with this, because it's really dang cool. And I honestly wouldn't even mind doing some more of this down the road for other people. We'll see. But yeah, check it out. Stick around. We're going to be doing a lot more ICF stuff because we're actually going to build a freaking house with this. And make sure you like and subscribe if you're watching this and you're not subscribed. It helps us out a ton when you like and subscribe and comment. We like to hear what you guys think about our videos.
And who's watching? I want to know.
Yeah, we definitely want to know who's watching, because we know like our friends are watching and stuff. But if you don't know us personally and you're watching, throw a comment down there.
I'd like to hear from my friends too. So
yeah, I mean, they're fine, but
so just comment, okay?
yeah, comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks a bunch, guys. We'll talk at you later.
Bye.